It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, the Panthers come into 2023 with a lot of new faces, most notably, of course, at head coach and a quarterback. But what do you think it would take for them to emerge on top in the NFC South?
Better efficiency on offense, partner. I think they continue to beef up the offensive line, add to the playmakers on the perimeter, and run the football with some authority. Pair that with the defense. It's been pretty good for the last few seasons. This team has a chance to take charge in a wide-open NFC South.
And then for the visiting Falcons, a lot of people very eager to see the number 8 pick in the draft, and that's Bijan Robinson.
And he's a guy I would have taken earlier in the draft. I go against the old adage, you don't take a running back in the first round. When you have one this skilled, this talented, who can run it and catch it and run your offense through him, you take him as the Falcons did.
Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Ridder. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going play action, Ridder. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ritter to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Young. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Young, short throw underneath to Hurst. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Young. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here is Young. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air once more, Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts on the receiving end from Desmond Ridder, and the Falcons have retaken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And they can't bring him down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action. Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5. To throw, Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Here's Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A second down throw for Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete to Hollins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ritter off the play fake. This pass is caught by London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Ritter will set up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ritter now on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. That's right, dog. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's rock and roll, baby.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now a 1st down throw for Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 2nd down, Young. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That is caught by Thielen. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's Young on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
2nd and 9 from the 44. The play fake. Now Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Again, it's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Blackshear now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Young. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now 2nd and 3. Now Young. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Let's go, fellas.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. Right back to Hubbard. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action. Young. Pass to Thielen, complete on the comebacker. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Young will set to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On second down, Ritter. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
First and 10, Young.
And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Young again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young now. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Ritter to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now here's Young.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young to throw it. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run the option on 2nd down. Oh, Young loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Robinson up the middle. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Ritter. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Mac Hollins.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Dictate. It's about that time. Let's go, fellas.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Chark.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Steps away. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 2. Bootlegging out here. Ritter hitting London coming across the field. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Robinson again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
3rd and goal, Ritter with it.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Mac Hollins
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 20. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and forever. And Young's throw there incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just about on his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
3rd and short, Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
On play action, Young.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And that is taken in by Hurst. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. To throw, Young.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.